This video is brought to you by Michael's RC Hobbies.
All right, guys, here we go. Marshals look alive. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. Let's fill them up, fill them up, fill them up, fill them up. And let's clean them out, clean them out, clean them out, clean them out. Down and quiet. 40 plus Nitro Buggy A-Main underway here at the 2023 North Georgia Shootout in Rabun County, Georgia. It will be Dustin Loden leading them off from pole, single file going into the infield. Coming back toward the line, lap number 1 in the books goes to Dustin Loden, your top qualifier. 30-minute race, guys, 30-minute race. Oh, Marshall on the double-double. Look at him, the double-double. Good job, Ethan. All clear. So Dustin Loden, your race leader. Gary STUDT in that number 2 spot. Don Elliott in the 3. Chris Pace in the 4. Gene Hickerson, your top 5. So it's Loden, STUDT, Elliott, Pace, and Hickerson. Right now it is HB leading HB, Agama, Associated, and Soar. Oh, caution at the podium, caution at the podium, caution at the podium, caution at the podium. All clear. Remember, guys, try not to pick them up from the sides. You don't want to get burned. Try not to pick them up from the sides. Front and back only, front and back only. Caution in turn 1, clear. Long race, gentlemen, long race, long race. Easy going into the double-double. Caution double-double, caution double-double, caution double-double. All clear. So Dustin Loden still out front, got a 5-second lead up on the field. Don Elliott in that number 2 spot. Gary STUDT in the 3. Rusty Mihelic now up into the 4. Mark Moon in the 5. Brandon Melton in the 6. Danny Stoutman 7. Scott White 8. Chris Van Air 9. Chris Pace 10. Gene Hickerson 11. Josh HOLLIFIELD 12. Curtis Crum 13. And Randy Anger 14. So Dustin Loden, your race leader, white, black, and red, coming down the front straightaway in the HB. He's got a 4.5-second lead up on the Agama of Don Elliott. And you've got the HB of Gary STUDT in that number 3 spot. Mark Moon in the Associated running in the 4. Brandon Melton also an Associated running in the 5. Oh, look ahead, turn 1, turn 1, turn 1. Check up at turn 1. Turn 1, turn 1. All clear. leader's stuck under a nail. There we go, all clear. Marshall at the podium, Marshall at the podium. Marshall at the podium, look ahead at the podium. All clear. We are 5 down, 25 to go. Drivers 5 minutes down, 25 minutes to go here in race number 26. I got a shout out from Jader Lopez to Dusty. He says, hey Dusty, killer check, kill check, kill check. Jader says to Dusty, kill check. Jader always says to everybody else, if I'm marshaling that corner, it's going to be a long lap. All right, so we're coming up on 6 down, 24 to go. 6 down and 24 to go. Gary STUDT, new race leader. 1.9 seconds up on Dustin LODEN. Donald Elliott, 7/10 back in the 3. Scott White in the 4. Mark Moon in the 5. Should start to... Oh, we got a flame out. Curtis Crumps with a flame out. Oh, Marshall, double lander, all clear. Oh, we got another flame out, turn 1. All right, pit stop should be cycling through now. Guys, just a common sense reminder, no smoking in pit lane. No smoking in pit lane. All right, so we are 8:30 down, 21:30 to go. 8:30 down, 21:30 to go. Gary STUDT, your race leader, got a 9-second lead up on Dustin LODEN. Mark Moon from the 13 has climbed all the way to the number 3 spot. Don Elliott in the 4, Scott White in the 5, Gene Hickerson in the 6, Chris Pace in the 7, Josh Hollifield in the 8, Brandon Melton 9, Chris Van Air rounds out your top 10. And Rusty Mihelic in the 11, Randy Inger 12, and Danny Stotman in the 13. Oh, we got another dead one. We got another dead one. Over here on the right-hand side at the podium. Just set it down right there, Jacob. Let them come and get it. So let's follow along with the race leader. Let me find him on the track. Oh, it looks like Dustin LODEN has made the pass. Coming onto the front straightaway. Dustin LODEN, white, black, and red, or orange. followed by Gary Stud in the yellow, green, and gray. Coming over the double-double, they got Chris Van Air right in front of them. I believe that's Danny Stockman as well. Oh, Marshall, Dustin's going to get it wrong on the little tabletop. That's going to give Gary the position back. So Gary Stud, yellow, green, and gray, going past the podium now down the front straightaway. That is the race leader. All right, guys, 10:30 down, 19:30 to go. 10:30 down, 19:30 to go. So 11:30 down, 18:30 to go. Oh, Marshall on the triple, Marshall on the triple. Check up in the triple, guys, check up in the triple. All clear. Don't lose your sunglasses, Lee. So Gary Stud with a 6-second lead up on Dustin Loden. Mark Moon 2.7 back in the 3. Don Elliott in the 4. Scott White in the 5. Chris Pace only 0.07 of a second outside of a podium finish. So the tight battle right now is for the number 5 spot between Scott White and Chris Pace, making their way into the infield section. Up and over the triple they go. Over the back double. In front of the podium, Chris Pace gonna move to the inside, push Scott to the outside. Crisscrossing down the front straightaway. Going into the double-double, that is the battle for 5th. Oh, Chris gonna get the jump wrong. So Gary Stubb with a 4.5-second lead up on the field, making his way into the off-camber rooftop. Up and over the triple he goes. $13.30 down, $16.30 to go. Drivers $13.30 down, $16.30 to go. Second round of pit stops should be happening soon. Second round of pit stops. Gary Stud, 4.7 seconds up on the field. Last time by the line. Dustin Loden in that number 2 spot. Don Elliott 3. Mark Moon 4. Scott White, your top 5. right, drivers, we are officially halfway. 15 down, 15 to go. 15 down, 15 to go. Caution double double, caution double double, caution double double. All clear. $16.30 down, $13.30 to go. $16.30 down, $13.30 to go. Gary Studd with a 5-second lead up on the field. Mark Moon moving up into that number 2 spot. LODEN half a second back into 3. Don Elliott 4. Josh Hollifield now up into the top 5. Josh is right behind Don for the number 4 spot as they battle their way through some traffic. They got Scott White and Randy Anger right there with him. Marshall on the rooftop, Marshall on the rooftop. We will do a podium picture for this after this race, guys. We will do podium picture after this race. All right, guys, 18 down, 12 to go. 18 minutes down, 12 minutes to go. Race number 26, 40-plus Nitro Buggy, A-Main on the track. Race number 27, Nitro Truck, A-Main. You guys are up next. It is Gary Studd, your race leader. Dustin LODEN in that number 2 spot. Mark Moon in the 3. Don Elliott 4. Josh Hollifield in the 5. Chris Pace in the 6, Brandon Melton in the 7, Chris Van Air in the 8, Gene Hickerson 9, Scott White in the 10, Rusty Mihelich in the 11, Randy Anger 12, Danny Stomp in 13, Curtis Crumps in the 14. Oh, Marshall, turn 1, turn 1. Clear. 19 down, 11 to go, 19 down, 11 to go. Gary Studd with a 5.3 second lead up on Dustin LODEN, 1.7 back to Mark Moon, so that is a battle on the track for the number 2 spot. Actually looks like the number 1 spot. As it looks like new race leader, Dustin LODEN. Mark Moon up to the 2. Gary Studd with a rough lap, gonna fall down to the 3. So new race leader going over the double-double with Mark Moon right behind him in the 2. As that wind ferociously is picking up around here. Here in the beautiful countryside of Rabun County, Georgia. Mark Moon coming in for his fuel, so he's going to restart in the number 3. As we just passed the 20-minute mark. All right, guys, listen up. I do need a volunteer marshal for race 35. I need a volunteer marshal for race 35. Got $20 on the line. I need a volunteer marshal for race 35. That's Sportsman Nitro Buggy A main. $20 if you can marshal race 35. It will be bucket 9. So if you are interested in volunteer marshaling for race number 35, the Sportsman Nitro Buggy A main, there's $20 with your name on it. A replacement turn marshal. All right, coming up on the 22.5 mark. Dustin Loden still out front. You got a 1.5-second lead up on Gary Stud. Mark Moon in that number 3 spot. HOLLIFIELD in the 4. Chris Pace now into the top 5. All right, guys, 23:30 down, just 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 6:30 left here in this 30-minute Old Man Nitro Buggy A main. It is Dustin Loden with a 3.6-second lead up on Gary Stud. Oh, Marshall Spisman. Mark Moon, 7.9 back in the number 3 spot. Josh HOLLIFIELD, 1.8 back in the 4. Don Elliott back up to the 5. Hickerson in the 6. Chris Pace, 7. Brandon Melton in the 8. Scott White in the 9. Chris Van Air in the 10. Looks like Chris Van Air with an unfortunate break. Not showing any more laps counted for him.
5 minutes left.
All right, guys, 5 minutes to go. We are 25 down with 5 minutes to go. So right now, Gary Stud and Mark Moon battling it out for that number 2 spot, coming into the top left-hand side, into the front double-double. Gary in the white, green, and black. Mark Moon in the all-white, yellow wheels, black wing.
Four minutes left. Three minutes left.
So Dustin Loden still out front. Gary Stud in that number 2 spot. Don Elliott and Mark Moon battling it out for that number 3 going into the top left-hand side. Mark Moon, solid white. Don Elliott, white and pink. Coming over the front double-double. Oh, gonna come up on all kind of lap traffic. Don's gonna get the worst of it. That's gonna give Mark Moon the break he needs.
Two minutes left.
.90 seconds left to go. Dustin Loden right now with the race lead. It's Gary Stud running in at number 2 spot. Mark Moon working at number 3. Mark Moon right now 1 second out of that number 2 spot. Mark Moon from the transfer up in the B main right now finds himself in the top 3. Donald Elliott now up to the number 2 for Mark Moon with 1 minute left to go. Donald Elliott working at number 4, Josh Elliott in the 5, Gene Hickerson in the 6, Brandon Bell 7, Chris Pace 8, Scott White 9, Randy Inger in the 10, Rustin Malik in the 11, Danny Stockman in the 12. It's Dustin Loden out in front.
45 seconds left. Seconds left.
Sorry, thank you. Race number 27 coming up next. Open Nitro truck coming up next. Dustin Loden out in front. Mark Moon working at number 2 spot. Gary Stud only half a second back as they battle right now for that number 2. Here they come over here on the right-hand side of the track. Oh, wrong side of the pipe there for Moon. They get one more lap at it as they come down the front straightaway. It's Gary STUDT right now in at number 2.
Donald
Mark
Elliott
Moon working at number 3 directly behind him
Curtis
in the
Brown done.
inside carousel
Chris
turn.
done.
Here they come through the
Josh
S's.
Hollifield done.
Gary,
Scott
oh,
Wilson.
Moon gonna roll upside down.
done.
Gary STUDT
Dustin
up and over the
done.
triple. Here comes Gary working that final double.
Dustin
Mark
Loden
Moon
done.
stacks the pipe, rolls upside
Dennis
down.
Dutton done.
It's gonna be Gary STUDT finishing
Gary
up
STUDT
in
done.
that number 2 spot as Dustin Loden takes the
Mark
win.
Moon done.
Mark Moon
Randy
going to
Inman
come home
done.
into number 3.
Randy Melton done.
Down level 4, Josh Holyfield into 5. All right, guys, everybody is done. Put your cars down, coming out, grab a commercial spot. We will do podium
2
picks.
minutes to
We
the
will
start
do
of the
podium
race.
picks after race 28 or